Alright folks, hello and welcome to another Modern stream. We're going to be playing an interesting idea that I had the other day, which is trying out Nyalands, similar shells, similar game plan, with slightly changing the concept and just cutting the Reclaimers straight up. So we're not playing any more Eldritch Reclaimers, no more 1-drops. The idea being that by cutting them, we are making it a little bit less likely for us to find our toolbox lands, namely, stuff like Bojuka, which you're not gonna see in this list. You're gonna see a third copy of Valakut because we're not gonna see Valakut as reliably. But what we do get is we get to cut the flagstones, and by cutting the flagstones, we should have access to a much more consistent mana base. So at that point, like Renin 6 is going to be able to. We're always going to have access to Renin 6 mana. We are not really going to struggle with any of that. And same thing with our other colored spells. The idea is also that we would be able to play Tireless Tracker, which is going to make it so we can grind a little bit better, and our Saga tokens should be larger. And we also get access to more fetch lands. I'm playing 10 fetch lands in these lists, which obviously makes Renin 6 a lot better. It makes Titania better as well. And I'm also playing a second copy of a cycling land in Shelter Thicket. It's likely that this is going to be one that I'm going to be fetching for earlier in the game because my curve may be a little bit more awkward now. So I can, get one of my tap lands out of the way on turn number 1 and then kind of go from there afterwards. So gonna see how this plays out. It could be terrible. Like I don't know. We're going to find out together, hopefully. But this is a concept that came up and that I was thinking about, and that I thought it could be interesting to give a shot to. The sideboard has a Biting Needle as a tutor target for Ursa Saga, of course. Hushbringer, mostly against elementals, though it has some other applications against random things like Ad Nauseam or whatever. Celestia Charm against the Murktide decks, of course. Cursor Crucifix, because we have seen a pretty large uptick in burn decks, so having access to a Courser could be interesting. Endurances, because the card is great. Force of Vigors, because the card is also great. And Engineered Explosives rounded up the sideboard. Good against decks like Rhinos and whatnot. If you're enjoying the content, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button, and I will see you for round number 1. Welcome to round number 1. I'm playing a Lurrus deck, because, of course. I'm gonna keep this hand. Chalice seems pretty good against the Lurrus deck. White Source is probably our best top deck. We can get rid of the Monke before it does any damage. Probably gonna play the Shadow Spear otherwise. DRC. White Source. Fetch land. What's up, Lime King? How's it going? White Source. Fetch land. Basically the same thing, right? So they know about the tracker, just kind of annoying. Unless they have double discard, one of these chalices should be fine. So maybe my opponent's gonna take Prismatic Ending instead. Oh, it's that deck. Is there Renin 6 deck? Let's have Vampire Diaries. How's it going? Well, they have basic Swamp. Okay. I guess. Well, I'm playing Chalice. Boy, would I have loved to have found the land right there. Just gonna bolt me here. I mean, we're playing 30 lands, right? There's only so many times that I can whiff. Hey. So this is interesting. I think I'm gonna make a token here. And the reason for making a token is that next turn we can start racing with Shadow Spear. What's up, Shane? How's it going? So we can make a token here. Opponent plays Lurrus. We're gonna draw with Bubble. We're gonna be able to get Soul Guide Lantern, which makes the DRC no longer a problem. Nice. They cracked main phase, which is very good for me. So now I think we're just gonna be able to lock this up. So play Construct. Let's draw a card first, I guess. Prismatic Ending. Jeez, man, I'm just not finding lands. Make token. Get Soul Guide Lantern. Tag that Bubble. 5, yeah. So now their Lurrus doesn't do anything. Their dude has to attack. We exile their bin. We block with Construct. Opponent gets to replay it, but it's kind of whatever. We're going to suit up one of these constructs and we're going to serve. That doesn't do anything. You got more? Yep. Good old Chalice. Good old Chalice. My opponent's gonna need to get really, really lucky here, and I think they didn't, so this should be good now. So that's very good, but this forces a jump, so I guess this is just better. There's Team Choppy. Choppy? It shouldn't. It's telling me that I'm fine here. I haven't dropped a single frame. I'm not dropping frames, I don't think. I mean, at least my OBS is saying that I'm not dropping frames. Am I? That's weird. It could be something on Twitch's end. Okay, so you're having issues as well. Okay, so clearly it's like it is a thing. So I mean, I don't really know how to fix that though, because it's all right. Endurance is Courser. They look good. Well, I guess my entire deck looks good now. Because before it used to be like, okay, cut the Reclaimers, which suck, and just like play a bunch of good cards instead of the Reclaimers. And now it's just like, well, my entire deck is just pure gasoline, so this is awkward. Everything in my deck is just awesome. Like every single card is just great. Maybe cut in some explorers, I guess. Let's do something like that, I guess. Let's see what's up. This deck is pretty cool, by the way. I recorded a video for Ice using that deck, and it was pretty cool. What's with all of these two-landers? Big yikes. Let's get Stomping Ground. Big yikes. So they're probably going to take the Endurance here. There's kind of an argument for taking the Courser. The Endurance just lines up very well against their DRC, though. Yeah, that kind of sucks. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I honestly have no idea what to do about it. Why isn't my draw as good as my opponent's here? I'm jealous. I'm very jealous about my opponent's draws. So we're cracking map. I think I'm gonna go find just a Temple Garden. Yeah, these draws are pretty bad. These draws are pretty bad. And explosives for one. And I think we do this right now. We crack, opponent cracks Nihil Spellbomb. And the DRC also dies, but they don't get to draw a card. We're just gonna, I mean, we're kind of dying to the Ren and 6 though. Really important for us to hit some land drops here. But now they're just gonna get the Ren grind going. We can beat the Ren grind with Titania. But we really need some help here. Oh, they have the Discus spell for the Courser. Brutal. Brutal. Really needed that Courser. Okay, we did find something at least. We're out of the expedition map. We can get Soul Guide Lantern. Exile in the DRC. Play land, play Shadow Spear. This means that my opponent, at least we're gonna get a Ren minus out of this deal here. We just have to get to a point where we, you know, we can actually play one of our 3 Titanias. It should be good if we get there. Steinmeier, yeah, that's fine. Bolt construct, heat construct. Okay. Sure. And that kind of sucks, but I guess it's fine. Land. At least it's something that doesn't die to heat with the Soul Guide in play. So maybe we can do something here. Next turn we can like equip Shadow Spear onto the Dryad and pressure the Wren. My opponent's gonna be able to have two 2/2s. They redraw the Mire. Their hand is at least one Mire. Okay. So they're gonna make a bunch of constructs here. I may have to pivot here, and I may have to Soul Guide Lantern instead and try to outgrind these Ursa Sagas. We're gonna wait to see if my opponent activates Saga or not. I imagine they will. They do. So now that they did, I think I'm gonna just do this to prevent Biting Needle from being a thing. Wren and 6. Okay. Now the meta is stabilizing. Will we get a Cyber Guide? I guess that you missed it last week, Jay Geller, because there already is a Cyber Guide. I wrote it last week. So if you're a sub, you have access to the Cyber Guide. So Engineer Explosive is probably my best draw here. I guess Valakut would actually be my best draw. Yeesh. Okay. For Amulet, I wrote one not that long ago, so I don't think I'm going to do that. So if I get fetch, I'm going to jump, block with a 5/3, block with another 5/3. So 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think I need to make a 5/3 here. So the next Titania is gonna find is going to get back the Saga. Another note on Titan Talk you could do with cranking his Jose. Yeah, that's Jose. Is that low? You spell it, volume is down, and house's volume way up. You sounded about right, but there was a big disparity in how. Yeah, that is all house. I have no control over that. That is all house. So you should let him know in the Discord maybe. Yeah. So this is just a forced play here. Unfortunately for us. So we're gonna block here, block there. Opponent didn't activate Saga. That's a mistake. Also, just realized I can't tap this for mana anymore. Whoops. Oh, yeah, I can... Oh, no, I can't. Never mind. Oh, yikes. So I'm just Dobbs now. I'm just Dobbs now. Brutal. This Biting Needle ended up getting me. I literally just forgot to fetch there because I had the Dryad in play. Tough mistake. They have Goyfs, which is kind of interesting. I think I want the third explosives. I think I won't Biting Needle because I would be naming the same cards that my opponent has. Honestly, I don't know why my opponent has their own Biting Needle. It worked out there, but... Well, this hand's awesome. Keep it. Keep it. Sacred Foundry. Play Shadow Spear. Sego. Whew. Oh yeah. I guess my opponent hadn't seen Ren and 6 from me yet. That's the first time I play Ren. The first time I draw a Ren and 6 in this entire match. Pretty funny. Untapping with Ren just feels so busted. Untapping with Ren is just... An expedition map so I can crack it to find Saga. Another Goyf, huh? Ho 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 ho. That's pretty good. I think I want to do Saga things though. I can protect the Ren if I want to, but I probably don't want to. You have to attack Ren here. It's really good. It's really good for sure. Okay. So now we're just gonna play another Ren. Ooh. I guess we're doing that, huh? I guess we're doing that instead. They got Grudge. Yeah, Grudge is pretty bad for us. We have to crack right now, otherwise my opponent's also gonna take the Shadow Spear. I have another fetch. Okay. It's not that big of a deal. Catacomb, they got Lurrus. Basic planes. Make token. Get Pseudonorb. Play Ren. Blossom Saga. Play Saga. Pass the turn. Construct is gonna chump block. I guess I can't. I could endurance myself to save the Ren and 6, but that means I have to pitch the Dryad. I think Ren may be worth more than the Dryad, actually. Yeah, let's do that. I want to make sure that the evoke trigger goes on the stack first, so that the endurance also gets shuffled. Plus, make a token, equip the token. And now we shuffled back the Soul Guide, we shuffled back the the expedition map. So their hand is Verdant Catacombs, one unknown. And they failed to find with Meyer. That's funny. They return nothing. Well, that's a mistake. Unless they have a way to kill the construct. Numbers, Newties, thank you for the follow. Hell yeah. Soul Guide. Take the land. Plus. Play the land. And I'm gonna attack the Ren. Yeah, completely blown out. Dude, Endurance is sick. Who's the better Ren and Saga deck opponent? Who's the better Ren and Saga deck? The answer is the one who draws the Saga. See you next round. Alright, here we go. We're likely playing against Burn. Because this person top 8 the challenge against with Burn. Is this hand good against Burn? This hand's kind of okay. Like, we're on the draw. There's very few hands that can actually beat Burn on the draw. So I guess this one will have to do. Oh, it's not Burn. Okay. Imagine my opponent's gonna take the Dryad, even though actually, oh, okay. Yeah, I was gonna say this is the good pick. That one is actually the good pick. Well, there goes the Dryad. Explore Dryad. Prismatic ending. I'm just gonna fetch for Indata Triumph. Why did you Cyber Hushbringer? It seems a little bit weak in comparison to other choices. Because Elementals is a deck, right? If Elementals weren't a deck, I would not be playing that card. As easy and simple as that. Didn't play against it lately. Cut it. If you don't like a card, just cut it. You don't need my approval to do that kind of stuff. Like it's what you should naturally do. I build a deck and like I have a plan for why I'm making the decisions that I'm making, but like if those decisions don't apply to you, be it because you're playing a different metagame or like you just straight up don't like the cards, just fine, like change the cards. You should build a deck for what feels best to you. Well, this is a gift. Gives me something to do with my mana and also gets rid of the Lurrus permanently. White, black, red. Now we don't have to worry about Lurrus the rest of the game. My opponent got no value whatsoever from it. So this is going to, get a counter spell. Play mostly an MTGO and I didn't run into Elementals lately. A lot of control decks. I was thinking to replace them with Tracker. Go nuts! Replace them with Tracker. What's up, Scott? How you doing? It's a good Tuesday. It's a good Tuesday. I'm gonna be recording some Babel later. Not gonna be around next week, unfortunately. Is my opponent playing Archmage's Charm over there? Is that what's going on? Is my opponent playing Archmage's Charm over there? Maybe not. Yeah, I just recorded this side about. Oh yeah. I didn't say that. That's great point. Great point, Shane. So, we the whole cast of Bubble feeling very smart about this Chalice too now. The host cast of Babel, we were guests in the dive down this week, so you're gonna be able to hear us in the dive down after it goes live. I think tomorrow morning. Sweet, awesome. So yeah, that's what's up. So I guess that was the draw step. Good to get a couple of 5-3s here. I'm gonna sit on this land. I'm gonna sit on this land in case I draw Dryad. Maybe these 5-3s are gonna be enough. So we got engineered explosives, probably my opponent's best draw if they have access to that. Looks like they don't. All the 2-drops, dude. We're just gonna draw all of the 2-drops. So our 3s are great. Can make a clean cut there. I don't think I want explosives. This is just fine. Like, I'm not in love with the Ghost Quarter, but it's okay. Where's the thing? Oh, yeah, let me go get it. I left it downstairs. I'll be right back. Look at this thing right here. Look familiar? Look familiar? This is... We got the amulet. I can do a cosplay now and just do it like this. This is my cosplay right here. Very, very cool gift. Very, very cool gift. Looks nice too. It's just gonna be a part of the stream now. I mean, if we find a fetch land, this hand is awesome. Sure, let's keep it. Not playing Reclaimer. Yep, that's what the title says. We're experimenting with a version of the deck without just a little bit going a little bit bigger. Fetch land, easy fetch land there. Easy fetch land. On the impression that the deck would run more smoothly with the intention to do turn 1 mana and turn 2 3 mana. Cards like a Rogue Racer seems incredible to do that. A Rogue Racer is just a bad card, right? It has that problem. It's just a bad card. It's gonna get drowned here very likely, but there's not really much that we can do. And if we don't do anything, then we're playing into... If we don't do anything, we're just playing into Thoughtseizes. My opponent showed me multiple Inquisitions last game, so I think it's better for us to just jam into the drown there. And the current meta seems not that bad. Then play it. It's what I'm trying to say. Like I know what the cards do, and if I'm not playing them, it's because I like other cards better, or I think that they're, you know, I'd rather play other cards. If you don't feel like you'd rather play those cards, that's perfectly fine. You should just play whichever cards you think are gonna be good for you. No land drop, so god damn it, man. I'm gonna have to time walk myself now to get rid of this monkey. This is so unlucky. I'm playing 30 fucking lands, man. I draw 4 Titanias before I draw a land. I'm trying to have your take on that, and that's why I'm asking. Yeah, I mean, again, like I don't think that the card is good. I think that it's just a bad card. That's not worth putting in your deck. And that's why I don't. I just have to take Expedition Map here. Really hoping to dodge my opponent having a removal spell. That'd be a problem. Removal spell for the artifact, I mean. Like, if they have K command, that would be backbreaking. No K command is good. Alright, attack for 2. Bolt is great. Crack this, we're gonna go find Valakut here. Play Valakut and say go. Next turn we're going to be able to play Tracker with a fetch land up, which is nice. And then we're going to have like this parade of Titanias. Play 53. Yep. I mean, that's a fact. That is an actual fact. Play 53 lands. Technically impossible to miss a land drop. Actually impossible to miss a land drop. Love it. Found a bubble. Lucksack. I think this is better. And we get to play around heat here by cracking main phase. Play around K command as well. We play into this card, but that's whatever. Like, our hand is just way too good anyway, so. Sure. Interesting. Well, they're not holding up Drown because of how they tapped, so. Oh, I should have shocked. Should have definitely shocked to draw another card. That's a mistake. Kind of looks like my opponent just doesn't have it. They drew so many cards. They drew so many cards. So I guess they just stabbed poorly last turn. And they got kind of blown out by that. Chalice. Chalice is kind of nice, actually. So let's do this on one. Opponent again not holding up drown mana. They have counterspell. Okay. Maybe I should have just chilled and played my Saga. I should have just activated Saga, cracked the clue. So we're gonna find Soul Guide here. Maybe they play at Mordigo. I mean, we draw 3 cards, so it's not the end of the world. We can probably figure out a way to win. There's no Soul Guide. Yes, yes. So my opponent's gonna drown this very likely, meaning that then the Titania's. Oh, well, that's cool. Well, the game is over now, right? My opponent's only shot was for that Lurrus to survive. Kind of feels like we're done here. How do you see the matchup against Blue-White Control? I haven't played against it enough, not against these new lists. In the past it has felt fine, but it's very draw dependent. Like you can flood and they can't. So in that sense it can be sometimes awkward. So which draws do I have? I mean, I have like a bunch of Titanias in hand. I'm just gonna play them. Snapcaster doesn't do anything, so it needs to be natural counterspell or natural draw in the luck. Gonna wait for them to choose targets. I guess they could have double Snapcaster, but that seems fine. Maybe we can get raised by double Snapcaster. Titania is in great in these matchups. I strongly disagree. I think that Titania is the main reason why they're not just unwinnable matchups. So I guess I could have played around this by just like cracking Soul Guide and then doing the thing, but I don't think I should have. Gonna hit him with another Titania next turn, I guess. Dryad's probably our best draw. Prismatic Ending. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Should probably be game now. We can crank up Blast Zone here. I don't think I want to use Prismatic Ending. Getting counter 5 mana spell is always rude. Veil of Summer has felt really bad to me. Sweet, we won. I think that the matchup against Lurrus decks just continues to be very good. I don't think anything has changed there. If anything, it got a little bit better because we don't have Reclaimer, which was a really bad card in the matchup. See you next round. Alright. No companion from opponent. This hand's pretty bad. This hand is exactly the same hand. Somehow we drew exactly the same hand. Very impressive. Well, this hand is good though. So let's keep this. I'm gonna be very sad and bottom this Soul Guide Lantern. I'm gonna bottom this Stomping Ground. Go Arid Mesa, go. Escape Shift. Oh, Crashing Footfalls. Stomping Ground. Play Ren. No Force is nice. No Force is pretty nice. Now we're gonna get to Saga plus Dryad. So you put more Cyclone seems to be good. Well, whenever I cut the Flagstones, the mana becomes a little bit better, right? That's kind of the whole point of attempting to play Reclaimer in the first place. It makes your mana better. Huh. They got another Stomping Ground? And they have Bloodstained Mire? Okay. What the hell is my opponent doing over there? They're not playing the Footfalls deck. They're doing something else. They just happen to have Crashing Footfalls in their deck? Okay, now I'm scared. Now I'm terrified. What the hell is that? Am I supposed to just end in this? Because I don't care about the Footfalls. And I can see myself just like randomly losing to this. I just don't know what to expect. All right. Sure thing, I guess. So let's make a token. And now we're gonna go find expedition map. Crack it for Valakut. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and then Ren is lethal. Going for lethal instead of board wipes. Yeah, who am I anymore? Who am I anymore? Okay, so this we're probably gonna cut. Chalices seem good. Engineered explosives seems like a good way to get rid of rhinos. They 100%, 500% have Blood Moon, right? It's optimal, really. You want to break their spirit? Yeah, I think my spirit would have gotten broken if I had let my opponent do their thing. Opponent is definitely doing some Bloodman stuff over there. 100%. Does that mean I want force? Probably means that I just want more explosives. Yeah. Hell yeah. This hand fucks. Look at this hand. It's a delight. Absolute delight. What do we say are the chances that my opponent is playing the 2-mana Cascade Duder? No, they kind of just hit the Cascade thing immediately. They have Dwarven Mind, dude. Like, what the hell are they doing over there? I think I'm going for a Shelter Thicket here. Get that out of the way. Play this. Do some rand things. Play a Chalice. Pass the turn. They BBE'd into Violent Outburst and then Cascaded. Am I supposed to explore here instead of playing Dryad? I think I'm gonna go with Dryad. My opponent showed me some Blood Red Elves. Dryad just lines up better against BBE. Blood Moon. Too easy, man. This is just too easy. Don't really care about the moon. Hello. Well, I guess I care now. Yeah, I kind of don't know what my opponent's doing over there. Dwarven Mine. My opponent can creativity me here, but they just die. I mean, I guess they can't because I could just kill this thing with my Wooded Foothills. I'm assuming they have some like Transmogrify stuff going on. Fury. Hardcast Fury. I think this is still lethal with my second Dryad. Face ya. Face ya. Good old Dryad. Good old Dryad. Alright, see you next round. Alright, another day, another Lurrus deck. I think I'm keeping this hand. Hammerino. Gonna get Temple Garden here. Oops. Would really love to see another fetch land. I guess any green source would do. Any red source, sorry. Any red source would do it. Te voy a ganar 100 con la Dríada por cada uno con la Titania. Sí, results oriented thinking. No tiene nada que ver una cosa con la otra. Green source. Red source, sorry. Not quite. If I play Saga here... If I play Saga here, I make a token this next turn. Then following turn. I don't know. Not having basic mountain is really awkward here. I think I'm supposed to play the Saga. And then we can make a construct that's gonna be like a 3/3. Yeah, there's no mountain. Maybe now that I made the mana base better, I should be like kind of adapting my mana base accordingly. If they have Paladin, we're probably dead, I would say. I guess if they have Paladin, we're definitely dead. Yep, they have Paladin. Must be nice, dude. I don't think I've ever seen a Hammer player miss a beat. Never in my entire life I've seen a Hammer player miss a beat. Force of Vigor. Explosives. Out of here. And Celestial Charms. Maybe Piety Needle. So we got Lantern out. All of my lands are fine. Shave a couple of Explorers. Shave a couple of Chalices. I don't think this card is as insane. I guess they're better on the play. So maybe we should keep them on the play and just cut them on the draw. Something like this. I'm not planning on cutting all of the Chalices, but at least I want to cut like 1 or 2. Because drawing redundant against a deck like Hammer is just backbreaking. I don't think I want any of the cards in my sideboard. The Explorers are awkward. I'd rather just be interacting and doing other stuff in the early games. So this is fine. Got a channel. Oh, channel the energy from the amulet. Let's go. Let's get a good hand. Let's deny my opponent from their precious 5-0. Opponent. Sure. Yeah, sense is fine. A little bit on the interactive side. I'm gonna lead on Valakut, I think. If I have to shock to prismatic ending something on turn 2. Actually, let's do the opposite. This is only bad if I draw exactly Ren, I guess. But then I have to shock Stomping Ground and I probably get to kill one of their thingies. But now I can ending this. Play Valakut, say go. Still unclear whether we want to expose on 1, 2, or 0. Probably 1, I guess. So I'm not going to play out the Shadow Spear, just doesn't really make sense. Just going to play that out. Say go. We're going to have to pop it. I don't want to show my opponent the explosives, but I'm going to pop it main phase because otherwise this Saga is going to kill us. Because this Saga can just name when this pops off, you can just name Engineer Explosives with Biting Needle. Okay, so Engineered Explosives for 1. Pay. Play Saga, say go. I guess I want to crack this right now. So blow everything up. Get my 3 for 1. Now my opponent's mana is going to be a little bit taxed because they're going to lose a card. They're going to lose a land, and they're also going to have to, you know, if they want to make a construct, that's kind of their turn. So the only problem with going for the Saga there is that now if I find a fetch and I can't Titania, which could be a problem. If this is all my opponent does for the turn, that's fine. We're going to take 3. Cheech. Thank you for the follow. Interested to see what they get here. Maybe they get like a Memnite or something. Maybe they get a hammer anyway, hoping to draw the dude. Maybe they have another Springleaf Drum. Another drum would probably be the best option. Not too worried about the construct just yet. Opponent deep in the tank. Interesting. Force. Nope. Shadow Spear. Tapped land. Say go. So we're just gonna get Sewer Orb, I guess, and we're gonna spit out a bunch of elementals. Oh, come on, dude. That's a lot. That's a lot of Ursa Sagas. That's 7 damage. Okay. Where are my forces? Would love to see some forces. Seal of Cleansing? Really? Can I please find the Force of Vigor? Please and thank you. Force. Okay. I'm probably not gonna have time to get Saga rolling, right? So gonna make a token, suit this up with Shadow Spear, I guess. Like I need a land to suit this up though. Waiting here to see if I can untap and I can dry at them. Everything kind of lined up perfectly for them. If I draw land, I don't think so. So I'm gonna have to chump block here. I guess technically I could double block the construct. They can't equip Shadow Spear. Well, this is chump blocking regardless. This is chump blocking regardless, so it doesn't matter. What would have been nice is would have been to, you know, for us to find a force, which we have 3 copies of. Sure. I'm gonna take my chump there. Fetch land? I guess any land just kills them, actually. Can we please draw land here? Is there justice? Yes, there is justice. Yo face. I guess it wasn't a land, it needed to be a fetch land because I'm gonna be a little bit off. Yeah, Ren or Fetchland were the plays. Alright, so on the draw, not super high on chalices. On the draw, not super high on chalices. Maybe we just do something like this. No, let's do more Titanias. Double Valakut. Double Valakut to face. A tried and true strategy. Double Valakut to face. A tried and true strategy. Find this deck to be really good against Hammer. It's been solid for me against Hammer. It's been like even-ish. I mean, they have some nut draws that you can't really beat. And you're just kind of relying on the top of your deck. I'm not unhappy to face Hammer, but I'm not like happy to face it either. I think that it's always quite close. It's more dependent on their draw than ours, I think. We have the tools, but they are a lot more efficient at deploying theirs, and they have a more... If we go to turn like 10, I think that we're very likely to win, but... Why to Red Mesa when you only play Red in Ren? What would you want me to play? This finds all my duels and it finds my basic planes too. Basic planes is very important against Bloodmoon decks. I'm playing 10 fetch lands, I'm not just playing 8. Interesting. They're wasting their Saga tokens. So now we're going to be able to ending the Piety Needle and blow everything up with explosives. How has this version been over Reclaimer? Good, but mostly because we've been playing against a bunch of Lurrus decks, which is like my strategy against Lurrus deck was to cut Reclaimers and just bring in good mid-range cards. Well, now we're always pre-cybered against Lurrus decks. So like we completely steamrolled all of my mid-range opponents. Because that's kind of what this deck does. Turn 3 double hammer incoming. Yeah. I have a 1K this weekend thinking about playing this. It's been good. It's been good. You have some very bad matchups though. You do have some pretty bad matchups. Like Tron is really hard to beat. Mono green Tron is really hard to beat. Been playing Spikes for Collision, I think, with Chalice main. I don't like that deck. I don't think it's very good. Just thinking about Elementals as a deck to play. Yeah, I mean, if you have the money. If you have the money to play Elementals, it's a great deck to play. Five-0 twice, 4-1, went 2-1, 2-1 in paper with so far. Yeah, I mean, I still don't like the deck. I'm not saying that it's bad. I just think that it's doing something that other decks are better at doing. Like I don't think that it's necessarily better than what's his name? What's the name of the stupid deck? Niv, 5-color Niv. Or even Escape Shift. Silo instead of Silo. Sure. So I think we play Triumph and we pass. Their hand is hammer. So we're gonna take 12 here. But next turn we ending and we expose this for 1. Opponent's left with 2 Stone Forges. This is super interesting. So I think we have to wait one more turn, I guess. So we ending the needle. So we blow everything up here. So I think we're not supposed to pay and just play explosives. They draw a card, which is bad for me, obviously. But then my opponent can't win next turn. And then we untap and we just Dryad Valak at them. Should I crack right now? I guess if I crack right now, I die to another Sigarda State. So I guess I actually should not crack right now. So you know that sentence doesn't work like Thalia? You mean like we can still? Oh, yeah, for engineering explosive purposes, yes, that's for sure. This is close. This is super close. We still are gonna have Celestia Charm up. They put Lurrus in hand, which is fine. I'm definitely cracking these explosives on end step. Yeah, perfect info. Play Dryad. Land. Kill Stoneforge. I don't want to kill right now because I could die to my opponent having Sigarda Sade. So I actually just have to pass here. I guess we are cold to Sigarda Sade, actually. Play Sigarda Sade, activate Ink Moth. No, we're not. I guess we're cold to land plus Sigarda Sade. Because we know they have double hammer in hand. We don't. Because we can just chump block the Stoneforge, right? If they have 8. And then, or I guess we just Celestia Charm the Stoneforge. A lot easier. Yeah, Sprilling Drum is fine. Ingenious Smith. Also fine. We have perfect information. Ornithopter. Also fine. They can activate Stoneforge, but it just doesn't do anything. Kill that one. And kill that one. And fetch. And maybe I'll make it 5-3. And maybe I will... I don't know. Maybe I will kill that one. No need to play the Ren. Just gonna chill here. Percenting lethal next turn. And we also have Celestia Charm still in hand. It's not free to play Ren because... Oh, it was. Yeah, you're right. That's right. I played my land and I was thinking I made 2 lands, but one of the lands actually came into play from Titania. So it was free to play Ren. You're 100% correct. It was just a mistake. Yeah, you're 100% right. It was free to play Ren. Not that it really matters. Wow, my opponent even top decked the 8th, dude. That's awesome. So we're gonna get to showcase Titania Celestia Charm doing its thing. Wait, what? So fetching response. Attempt to kill Lurrus. Opponent is going to. I mean, I guess they can put in a hammer, but like now the Lurrus is tapped and we swing for lethal. So yeah, this is fine. Whatever. Still dead on board. Dude stepped. We good here? GG's. Opponent says GG's. Opponent playing around Celestia Charm, they are asking me if I had it in hand. Opponent said at least we'll play well. Yeah, you did. I'm letting my opponent know. I was surprised you were playing around it. I guess that you know my list. Sweet. Did I miss lethal? Yes, I could have used Ren. I could have played Ren. I forgot. I thought that I had two lands come into play, and because I had two lands come into play, I got confused and I thought that, you know, I had taken my land drop from Dryad, but the second land that came into play came off the Titania. So I actually could have had 2 extra Valaka triggers, which would have given me lethal. Yep. Opponent was at 14. Opponent was at 14, and I could have dealt 15 with Valaka triggers. If I had done that. Yeah, but my opponent was at 14, right? They dealt themselves 2 because of the canopy lands. And I think I had 15 damage in Valaka triggers, so I would have been fine. Anyway, see you for the last round. All right, baby. I'm hungry. I am hungry. I'm hungry for that trophy. And this hand is delightful. So let's keep it. Steam Vents. Monke. Playing against Murktide. Could explore here, or I could Ren. I think I want to Ren. And next turn I can double explore. Merfolk is not great to play against. Hasn't really been a problem. Oh, Elementals is also a tough matchup for this. Just gonna double bolt my Ren. Yeah, that's fine. So play this, play that, explore again, play that, Seiko. Would love to find a Dryad. Dryad's probably my best draw here. Murktide plus Counterspell is a problem, but DRC seems fine. So I think we just play this and Seiko. We make a token on end step. Maybe it's bad to play Heath. Be my Dryad. Damn you, opponent. Damn you. Damn you, opponent. Would have enjoyed a lot to have drawn that Dryad. Probably gonna get bolted. Okay, no Bolterino. Here's my Soul Guide Lantern. Exile what? Expressive Iteration, I guess. I think I want to do this thing. And Holy Heat doesn't do anything. Do you think of Lurrus calling this deck as Nipple and Moon sideboard? I don't like Lurrus call. Opponent says, I don't think this works out. Okay. Sure. They gain control of my equipment, but my creature is still equipped to it. But I don't own it anymore. I don't own it anymore, so that's pretty funny. So now they can equip it to their DRC. I might do this a little bit smaller. I'm asking my opponent if they were hoping to be the ones gaining life. It's a Murktide Regent. Can we find the Triad? I still don't know what I want expedition map for. This is gonna grow my dudes. I can make my guys into 6/6s. Does that do anything? I can Prismatic End in the Shadow Spear. Yeah, I mean, ending Shadow Spear seems necessary. I think this is almost kind of a forced play. This is step number 1 to me winning this game. Now the question is, do I want to crack a clue? I think I want to do this. Now my dudes are 6/6s. And do I want to crack Soul Guide? Because if my opponent has another Murktide, they can make this Murktide into 12/12. So I make my dudes into 5/5s. Oh, Soul Guide also grows the Murktide? Oh, that's a problem. I think I maybe should have cracked this. Okay, so I guess I just chill here. We just pass the turn. There's an argument for cracking the clue to play around Unholy Heat. Yeah, sure. Alright, so if my opponent taps out, they lose. Because I can go crack Expedition Map for second Valakut. That's good for me. That's certainly good for me. Fetching, also good for me. Tap land, also good for me. Serum Visions, also good for me. Alright, all of these things are very good for me. I think we got it locked up now. I guess I need to find a land still. And I have a clue I can crack. Bolt, my dude. That should be it. Pew. Okay, so we're playing against Blue Red Murktide. I like the explosives, love the endurances. Celestia Charm is here specifically for this matchup. So obviously we like it. Ghost Quarter can go. Prismatic Ending is important. On the draw, maybe we can cut a couple of Wrens. Maybe do something like this. Maybe I should have forces instead of chalices. Yeah, that might have been a mistake. It's possible I should have. Fragile with the tier 1 sub, thank you so much for that. Welcome back to the Primetime Stronghold. 4 months. Appreciate it. No force for Moon. I don't think Moon is that good against us, to be honest. Like, it's fine. It's a fine card, but... I really want to wait and hardcast this, so I'm gonna take 3 here. Go to Forest. Fetch a Plains. Play Chalice for 1. Now we're gonna have a very interesting spot as to whether we want to play this endurance around counter magic or not. Well, I mean, the thing is that they have counterspell in their deck, right? Also, I think I actually just want to play this right now. So my opponent can't hit this, they can't Murktide me. They can't counterspell me. I don't want to play stuff into my opponent's counterspell, right? That's the reason for doing this. No need to show them the Suran Orb. And I think I want to attack. They're just trying to fill it up for Murktide. Which makes sense. That's kind of like the line that they got available. So definitely would like to see some Titania action here, stuff like that. I think Titania would look this game up. Gonna play Chalice for 2. I think it's gonna get countered. Now we see whether they put something in the graveyard. They don't. Kept it on top. So I can swing 3. If my opponent finds... I swing for 3. If my opponent finds Delirium, then I take 3. Opponent down to 10. They're taking damage from Islet. They did keep the card on top, however. I don't think I want to expose the Surin Orb just yet. I think I do want to attack. It makes it so my opponent can take... if they find Delirium, they can swing for 3. But... if they don't find Delirium, then we're trading 3 for 1, which is pretty good for me. Because we are just eventually going to get there. They shocked. Well, now if we draw Dryad, we just win. Shattering Spree. That's very good. That's very, very good. We've been drawing really badly. Really, really poorly. We're drawing super bad. It's pretty unlucky how badly we're drawing. We found 4 spells in this entire game and we're still ahead. We have found 5 spells in this entire game and we're still ahead. Guess I may die to a flurry of bolts here. Maybe I should have played the Surin Orb, I guess. I guess no, I should have not because my opponent has Shattering Spree, so I should definitely not have played the Surin Orb. Yeah. Dude, like that was a lot of blanks, man. Yep, that would have won the game. That's unlucky. So I kind of like Courser a little bit. Let's see if we can get that final game. Ugh. All right. I think I'm going turn 1 explosives because I have a second one. Well, they don't have Darcy because we would have played it the other way around. So I'm forcing my opponent to have Blood Moon on turn 3 exactly. By playing the Saga there. If they do, this could be bad for me, but... If they don't, then I'm in good shape. They mill me? Weird. Oh, because they went top with Serum Visions. That makes sense. They were missing land drops. Thank you, Dan the Munch. Thank you for that follow. Courser. I think Courser is going to be better than Construct, actually. Whoops. I guess the jig is up. If they have Blood Moon, we're in trouble. If they don't, I'm going to be pretty happy with our position. So turn 3 Blood Moon opponent, yay or nay? Great explosives. That's certainly okay. You love to see it. Let's do Soul Guide Lantern. Soul Guide the Serum Visions. And I think I'm going to prioritize getting back my Windswept Heath here instead of killing the Monke. Sure, my opponent can... I guess they're going to need to 2-for-1 themselves to deal with the Courser, but if they actually manage to kill the Ren and 6 with a Bolt, or just with it, they don't even need to have Delirium for the Unholy Heat, and I then miss my land drop, which I know that I'm missing next turn, right? So if I do miss my land drop, then I'm in a world of trouble. Okay. Going face here. So they're gonna pitch this Celestia Charm. I think I'm gonna crack Soul Guide right now. Prevent my opponent from having Delirium and prevent them from playing a Murktide on second main. 1 minute for the tier 1 sub. Thank you so much for that. Made a streaming time for the last match of the league. Yeah, hell yeah. Thank you for the continued support, Wamulet. Welcome back for 30 months. It's many, many months. So now that I had my land drop, then we can kill the Monke, I think. Or am I just supposed to hold up Celestia Charm to block this? I mean, I have a Titania coming up. Yeah, this is probably fine. Tomo3790 with the Prime sub, coming back for 5 months. Welcome back, Tomo. Appreciate it. Yeah, I think that we're supposed to pink here. If we really care about Blood Moon, we could explosives for 3. But I don't think we care that much. This is close, though. This is a close game. Well, actually, we do not care about Blood Moon at all, now that I think about it a little bit more, because we can just do that later. They threw 2 balls at my cursor. Yep, that's why I brought it in. It seemed like cursor could be pretty good. And it kind of was. So opponents got no graveyard. They got no Monke either. We can still use Charm to block if my opponent hastes a Monke, forcing them to interact more. And they still have to kill this Ren. Like, if they don't kill this Ren, it still threatens to take over the game because I can just get back Saga and we can start going that route. So, I think I'm in okay shape here. My opponent could have like a couple of good iterations or a couple of good, you know, just Archmage's Charm back to back or something, and they can just get super right back into the game. But I feel like I'm slightly ahead. Feel like I'm slightly ahead. Not too ahead, not comfortably ahead, but slightly ahead. Yeah, we kind of don't care about Blood Moon whatsoever. They do have Murktide, which is awkwardly a 3-3, but now we just get to slam this Titania. So get a Plains. Okay, Saga's nice. So plus on Saga. Play Saga. Play Titania. Get fetch. Pass the turn. Opponent doesn't have it. Good thing that I wrote a Cyber Guide for this deck, huh? Good thing that I wrote a Cyber Guide for this deck, because this deck is legit. This deck is legit. Dude. Been killing it lately with Naya lands. I have been killing it lately. Nobody is picking it up. Nobody is picking it up. And now we get like the very mandatory clout, the Twitter clout screenshot. Oof. Oh man, the Twitter clout screenshot always feels so good. Is this deck LAFing all the way to the bank? Legit as fuck, yeah. It sure feels like it, man. It sure feels like it's Zag. Like, I've been doing really well with it lately. I haven't been playing it very much, but every time that I play, it's just like 4-1, 5-0, 5-0, 4-1. It's good. It's good stuff. I mean, this card is probably my #1 most underplayed card in the format, in my opinion. Out of the entirety of Modern Horizons 2, this card is not seeing the respect that it deserves. This card is not seeing the respect that it deserves, and nobody has really spent enough time brewing around these cards besides me. I feel like I'm the only person that has spent time brewing around this card, and this card is nuts. This card is very good. It's 5 mana win the game the vast majority of the time. It's very strong, very strong, and I feel like this shell is good. Like it's very good to take advantage of Titania. I have to say that the smoother mana base definitely felt a lot smoother than, you know, with the Flagstones and that kind of stuff, which was kind of like a little bit awkward. Sometimes you had like a Flagstones like basic forest, or like even Flagstones stomping ground hand, and you have a Ren that you can't cast, and you're, you know, kind of praying to Clothes that you will get your fetch land off the top, and it just doesn't happen. So if we had a Naya Triumph, boy, would this deck be sick. I mean, it's pretty sick asses even without it. Imagine if it had a Naya Triumph. I did enjoy the main deck Soul Guide Lantern a lot. I feel like I won at least two of the game ones that I won were because I was able to fetch Solgrad Lantern game 1 with Ursa Saga, which was a huge deal. And yeah, it's really cool that in this league we actually played against like tier 1 decks. We actually played against the top decks in the format, and we were able to like grind them down and do the thing. Yep. Tracker was the only medium card. Not sold on Tracker. Like, it was okay. It was okay a couple of times, but I wonder if we should have like main deck Cursor, maybe put Tracker in the sideboard. That would be another option potentially. So yeah, I mean, good stuff to think. Good stuff to think. The shell seems powerful enough to the point where you can, you know, just like tinker with it and you can make changes here and there, and it's gonna work out just fine. But it's good. Like, it's good stuff. I definitely recommend it. I'm having a really good time with it. Another possibility is having access to a basic mountain. In one situation we wanted to have access to a basic mountain and we couldn't. So I would probably need a little bit more testing, but I could see cutting probably the shelter thicket for a basic mountain. I could definitely see that being a thing. That's gonna it for this though. So hopefully you enjoyed it. Always feels good when you 5-0 with your nice little brew that nobody else is playing. So always feels like $1 million, you know. If you enjoyed it, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.